And on this committee is myself, Kevin O'Toole, Len Auger, Mike O'Connor, and Jackie Clayton, the mayor. And I will call this meeting to order and looking for an adoption of the agenda. Mike, are you ready?
I move we adopt the agenda.
Okay. We have, there we go. We call for the vote. And that carries unanimously. We have our service area report, and Mr. Chief Miller, would you like to present that?
All right. Good morning, Chair O'Toole and the rest of council. So many good news stories this morning. So I'll start off with mobile outreach. And in regards to their consistent support for a previously homeless youth, what it did is it stabilized his situation, made significant progress across multiple areas of his life, and with the guidance from the team, he's remained substance-free for 6 months, avoided further justice involvement, consistently attended court and addiction appointments, also completed his Alberta Supports Plan, secured employment, and rebuilt a healthy relationship with his family. And so it's an ongoing project with him, but it's allowed him to be removed from the mustard seed waiting list. And he's reunited with his family, so he's exploring long-term housing options with the assistance of his parents. So that's a really good news story. And then switching over to the RCMP, recently they did the Crama Cruiser with great success. It was a joint effort between the RCMP and GPPS. And they delivered 8 police vehicles filled with just over 4,500 pounds of perishable foods, baby supplies, and hygiene items to the Salvation Army Food Bank. Along with that, it was also $2,700 in cash donations. So good for them. And then with recreation, as part of the upcoming Holidays campaign, the Eastling Centre is preparing 2 annual seasonal promotions that support community engagement and year-end membership growth. So on December 5th, the annual mystery gift card event begins at 7 a.m. and that offers customers a $50 gift card with a surprise value between $55 and $500. And just encouraging everybody to arrive early so you don't be disappointed, because I think it is a well-attended event. On December 6th, the one-day membership sale will begin with a 10% discount off all prepaid annual memberships. And then both these initiatives continue to drive strong new and returning membership uptake going into the new year. With events and programming, there's a lot of new events coming. So the award-winning comedian, writer, and television host Jimmy Carr has announced a stop at Bonnet's Energy Centre on September 23rd, 2026. Tickets go on sale on December 5th for that event. Circus Musica will take the stage at Bonnet's Energy Centre tomorrow evening. In the Bows, Jake Veldeland, with his presentation Goodness Gracious, It's Christmas, will be performed on December 12th. Stars on Ice, featuring Canadian figure skating star Elvis Stoico, arrives on December 16th. The Tenors will perform in the Bows on December 18th. And tickets for those events are available online or at the ticket box office at Bonnet's. With housing and community development, in November, the city hosted Away Home Canada. It was a community training session focused on family and natural supports for youth homelessness. Along with, we had 10 partner agencies also take part in the training session. In early 2026, Away Home Canada will launch a new youth homelessness prevention toolkit that will be available in our community. And then also a call for nominations is going out for 4 recognition categories, including the Chris Henderson Lifetime Service Award. That opens on Wednesday, December 3rd, which is tomorrow. And there will be a media release coming out tomorrow as well. And submissions close on January 16th, 2026. And there's more information online as well. Nomination forms and details for the Passionate Heart celebration So that event takes place on Friday, February 13th at 11:30 at Bennett's Energy Center. And then the Accessibility Advisory Committee of Grande Prairie is hosting their annual community showcase. It's a celebration of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. It's a free family event. It takes place on Wednesday, December 3rd at the Montrose Cultural Center from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. And the presentation starts at 12:30 as well. Then one or two more final items here. So just an update from the fire department. So I think everybody's aware, but on November 21st, unfortunately, there was a fire at the Grande Prairie Farmers Market. Just some details about that. At its peak, Grande Prairie Fire Department had about 25 firefighters, along with 8 apparatus in attendance at the event. Also received assistance from the County of Grande Prairie Fire Service. And they just wanted to express their appreciation for the assistance that was provided. And that was with, as I said already, the county firefighters, EMS, Grande Prairie Police Service, Grande Prairie Enforcement Services, the RCMP, as well as ATCO Electric attended, and maybe ATCO Gas as well. And then one final note here is the Battle of the Badges took place on Sunday. And again, a very good hockey game is my understanding. And the Grande Prairie Fire Department is pleased to have the trophy back in their, they say, their rightful home. Or its rightful home. But yeah, and that's my update, Chair O'Toole, unless there's any questions.
Thank you very much. We got a lot going on in this department, eh?
There always is, yes.
Are there any questions? I see none. So we'll move on to item 4.2, policy 506, the 911 operations records retention. All
right, and I'll just do a brief introduction then, Chair O'Toole, if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah, just you can have a seat at the table there. So this morning we have it's Ms. Megan Waldner and Mr. Jamie Hannaford to do a presentation on its policy 206. It's a 911 operations record retention policy. And this is as a result of a few months ago, there was a request from AEMA to do an update to our policy, just so we're in compliance with what's required for 911 reporting, grant reporting. So I'll turn it over to Ms. Waldner and Mr. Hannaford.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair O'Toole and Council. We're here today just to give you some background. On August 13th, we received some correspondence from our Alberta Emergency Management Agency in regards to our submission in March, which is a submission that we have to give each year for grant funding for our 911 levy. They do a review of those documents, have a look at those, and then give us feedback on anything that needs to be changed or updated. During that review, came back from AEMA that our policy related to retention and destruction of our recordings was not sufficient to meet the needs for the grant levy. So we're here today to ask for your approval of policy 506 for 911 operations record retention. And just to add some additional details, we're here for you today from a high-level governance perspective, as this deals with personal information related to citizens both in the city of Grande Prairie but around the region as well. This aligns with city operations and our new provincial privacy legislation. So in consultation with legal and our FOIP coordinator as well, we've worked with them to put this policy together to make sure we're in alignment with current practices. This will set some corporate expectations for handling, protecting, retention, and destruction of GP 911 recordings. So the work directly affects statutory compliance, municipal risk, community safety, and accountability within regional 911 partnerships. And administration will then develop and support procedures approved by the city manager to operate within council's direction. It's important to note improper management of this data could create a real risk to, or significant harm as defined under PAPA. External law enforcement agencies, regulatory bodies such as RCMP, GPPS, AHS, Alberta Forestry, may request to access GP 911 recordings as part of their legislated investigative powers. A council-approved policy ensures all disclosures are lawful, consistent, risk-appropriate, and transparent. Because Policy 506 defines the what, so the governance, the direction, and compliance, this falls under council's mandate. The accompanying administrative procedure will tell us how we will implement this policy. Just analysis of this, it ties into quality of life, so from a safety focus and engaging relationships. Some of the social impacts are public confidence in emergency services, so it's really important that our citizens understand that we, protect their privacy when these recordings are being requested, how they're stored, retained, and ultimately destroyed. Protection of personal information, and then obviously trust from our partner municipalities as well. Some of the potential risks is because this is tied into our grant funding. So GP 911, if we don't have this policy, will remain non-compliant with the Alberta 911 standards. This non-compliance could put our grant at risk for us, which could put us, up to over $1 million in annual funding that comes into GP 911 from the 911 levy. And non-compliance in this could jeopardize, that current funding as far as any regional funding in the future as well. So in conclusion, we're here today to ask for your approval of Policy 506-911, operations of records retention, to meet the Alberta 911 standards and comply with all provincial privacy legislation.
All right. I'll see if there's any questions. Just stick your hand up, please, if you're going to ask a question.
I don't have a question. I think this is something that we have to implement right away. So I propose that we pass this on for a motion for approval. But anybody else in the queue?
Go ahead. I've just got one question. Is there any interest or drive to go into a process where we use artificial intelligence in the future?
Thank you, Chair O'Toole. At this time, we don't use AI for any of our record retention, storage, or access. That's all stored on secured servers that are accessed through our staff or through IT staff, and then those are provided as hard copies. We don't upload anything into AI or utilize AI for any searching of those files or anything to that extent.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Bressie.
Yeah, I just kind of wonder if there might be additional work that needs to get done then, because I know that as we're moving to dispatch that is a modern dispatch, I'm aware of technologies out there that help, from everything from prioritizing calls better to helping operator health and mental wellness there. And it is something, if we're not using AI now, I'm sure that there will be tools coming down the pipe we want. And I do wonder, that really does relate to records retention, because you feed records into certain AI models and they're retained forever. Others protect it. So just a comment that probably do want to pass this policy quickly, but if it does get passed, there's probably some additional work that we might want to be doing with this policy and other information related policies.
Thank you very much. I see you. Go ahead.
I can comment on that. Thanks, Councillor Bressie. As stated, this is a required interim measure for us to pass this. We are taking a larger look at records retention across the organization, and there'll be some more work in 2026 that looks at a more comprehensive approach to records management.
Just hit. Mr. Roger, would you like to make the motion?
Well, I sure would, since I'm being told to. All right, so I move the committee recommend council approve policy 506-911 operations record retention as presented. Thank you.
And that motion is good. So we'll call for the vote. And that carries. Thank you very much for being here today. Your presence is great to be here. And Megan, thanks for tagging along.
Happy to be here.
Thank you, Chair O'Toole, and thank you, Council.
Okay. We're going to go to the outstanding items list next.
Thanks, Chair O'Toole. So we have 3 items on the list, and all assigned to different people with, I anticipate we'll meet the expected report dates as well.
Okay. So looking for a motion to adopt the outstanding items list as presented. Mayor Clayton.
So moved.
Thank you very much. And with that, we'll call for the vote. And that's carried. And with that, our meeting is over.